All right. Yeah, you open it full screen. If you're watching, open full screen, and then it'll say that you're watching. No problem. I got your text if you're watching. All right. Welcome to Dash of Life on this fine Saturday evening. I know that you guys are probably out enjoying the nice weekend, but tonight we got a special uh, Dash of Life. I've got my friend Vern. We're going to be talking one of my favorite topics tonight. It is awesome, and we're going to be talking about collectibles, toys, conventions, things like that. I cannot wait until we get him on. So as soon as we get it going, it'll be on about toys and collectibles. So can't wait to bring him on. We're gonna get some just a second here. So yeah, Vern, if you're watching, open it up full screen and make sure you're vertical or on your phone, or if you're on whatever else you're watching on, go vertical. It may not work from that thing that we were talking about, so you may have to go to a phone. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the weekend. We've had some wonderful shows. Last night we had the Marvel show, where Angel and I broke down the Spider-Man trailer. Go check it out. See if we can get up to 50 views on that video. Right now we're sitting at about 20 to 25. So go check it out. It's an awesome video. We broke down Spider-Man trailer, and we talked about what we're going to be doing next week. Uh, there we go. We got him coming. So give me just a second. And messing with my glasses all the time. And hopefully we'll bring him on here in just a second. And like I said, we got some great stuff coming up this week. The month of August. Excuse me. The month of August was a great month, but September's looking even better. We're going to be having some great guests on in September. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a collaboration with another YouTube channel, and we'll get that going, as well as we'll be talking with Tyshawn this Monday. The last show of August, we'll be talking with Tyshawn Smith. It's going to be about Afghanistan, and we're going to try and do our best to keep it as non-political as possible. If you want to come in and make a statement about your feelings on Afghanistan, please do it, but try to keep it in a politically correct way. All right, we're trying here, Vern. All right, there we go. We're connected. Correct. There we go.
All right. Oh man, my apologies, brother.
Oh, I totally understand. Me and technology do not do well with each other. So
All
you're
right.
in good company.
Well, hey, again, man, I'm humbled you invited me. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to.
Well, yeah, I just I don't know if you. I mean, I know you've watched some of these, but it was just the people are doing some amazing things, and some of the things that you're doing is right up my alley, as far as you can see behind me here. But I'm in awe of some of the things that you've showed me, and I just want to know how you got more into what you're doing. Exactly what got you into collecting and doing the conventions and things that we've been talking
So
about.
I've always collected. Took a break, when you get in the military, some things have to go to the back seat. But when I got to San Antonio, before I retired, I got my house. My daughter moved in with us, and she was talking about going. This was this convention, and there were these guys from this chive show. My first question was, what is chive? I don't know what that is. So found out that there was a convention called Alamo City Comic Con, and went down there. Found this dude, and then there were a bunch of people from The Walking Dead there. Ernie Hudson, from the original Ghostbusters. Just a whole bunch of folks in it. People in costume and artists, creators, and things like that. It was a good time. Did a couple more,
Yeah.
and after that, I was hooked. I bought my first autograph. We ended up, we got lucky. We being my wife and I, we decided we were going to try to go to San Diego Comic-Con and entered the raffle to buy tickets for the first time, and got in one and were able to buy tickets. So we went to San Diego Comic-Con, bought an autograph from a guy, and ended up forming a relationship with him and meeting him. I mean, we've been at conventions all over the country, and he's been at all of them. He's been doing it. He's been selling at conventions for about 30 years. And then one day I was helping him at his booth, and he said, "Hey, you need to do this on your own." So been trying to build it since there. But I mean, I'm more of a fan than a businessman, so it's kind of difficult. I get autographs, and I'm like, I can't let this go.
Can't let this go. Yeah. So you're dealing in autograph memorabilia. We talked about this a little bit. You're dealing in autograph memorabilia as well as collectible toys, or is it just the
No,
autographs?
I do autographs, comic books, and toys.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, you know, I might have to come raid your house sometime and see what you got, if you got any extras for me or anything like that. But so when dealing with the conventions, is it like or do you go to other shops to try to find things to take to the convention with you, or are you just dealing with other convention goers and things like that? How do you build your stock to take to a convention?
So I operate kind of like what would I like in my house? You know, what do I want first? Because I feel like that's how a lot of people think. And then when we're at the conventions, you know, I have people that'll say, "Hey, well, do you have this?" Like, I have a woman that's really wants a 9-inch Nails autographed piece, and I'm like, I don't know who they are, so I had to do some research stuff. And the convention community, as far as the vendors go, man, it's like the carnival community. If somebody's got and you need it, you know, they'll work with you to get it done. So I was able to help her out. The stuff that I build, if I build pieces like I have on the wall behind me, now I didn't build these, my mentor and brother built those, Jay, but those were built the way I wanted them.
Right.
So I'll ask people, if you don't want what I have, what would you like? You know, and most of the time they'll just be like, "Look, I like what you do, so build me something." And everything I do is one of a kind. I don't duplicate anything I do.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I've seen things built like what you've got back there, and I didn't know if it was like you know, that's how it was, you know, produced, or if it's the convention goers or the convention booths themselves that build them, or is that exactly what it is?
You put your idea together, and you find a good framer and matter, and you know, they'll put it together for you. And if you're lucky, you know, people will like it. So
yeah, I mean, just seeing the stuff that you showed me last night, and then seeing and here tonight, man, it looks beautiful. Is there a lot of, like what you were talking about, like the lady wanting the 9-inch nails? There's a lot of things that you can't. They're just like, they'll come up with a request, and there's just like, there's no way in the world I can ever get this for you. Or do you do your best? Is there like really wild, outrageous requests?
I haven't had a really crazy request yet, thankfully. And every time somebody asks for something, like I have them, if I don't have it, I'll have them put a list. You know, I have a list in my booth, and they'll put their name and their contact information and what it is they're looking for, and I'll do my best to find it, stay in touch with that person. The weirdest thing I've been asked for is like really old, obscure pop figures, man. Like, because when Pops came out, it wasn't a big thing.
Nobody was a fan.
And then all of a sudden it blew up, and now, I mean, people want them. So the hardest thing.
Yeah, they're probably looking for the ones that were like real skinny at first, if I remember right.
Yeah, the hardest one I've had to find was the black and white Captain America.
Oh wow,
that was the Barnes and Noble.
Wow,
Yep,
Barnes and Noble. Yeah, I remember that one. All right, well then I won't ask you for that. No,
I do have one if you're looking for one.
Yeah. So conventions, you've hit them all over the country. What's your favorite? Like your favorite place to go? Do you have a lot of repeat ones, or do you just like hit one and you go to another one?
I do a lot of repeats because, I mean, my favorite, I don't know. I will tell you the biggest, without a doubt, is San Diego. Like half of San Diego shuts
Yeah.
down. They advertise it, like flying into the city, you're going to see billboards and stuff. So, Mike, I
Yeah.
the website yet,
My
man. I'm working on it. Day job and trying to do this is crazy, but that is one thing I'm trying to do is build a website and start putting some stuff up there.
Yeah, Mike, just click. You can get with him if you want to. I mean, I guess he can message you or anything if after the show if he's got
Yeah,
any questions,
absolutely.
right?
If anybody's got any questions, please just
Yeah.
hit me up and I'll do my best for you.
All right. So what? I mean, for me, that first Christmas GI Joe was out. That was my first taste of collecting. So that's how I got it. What got you? What was it that said, man, I want to collect?
I think right before I came into the Air Force, I was going through the attic with my dad. He was like moving stuff around and stuff, man. And he had a box with all my old toys, like the metal Transformers. The first Darth Vader I got from, like in the 70s, and the He-Man,
Yeah, the 70s.
stuff like that. And he was like, I'm going to throw this away. And I'm like, no, don't throw this away. Like, keep it. And then after that, just seeing different things, and just wanting to hold on to them. But I got really big into it in about 2012. And it's a problem, man.
No, yeah, yeah. That was I was telling you last night. I mean, most of my figures were GI Joe, the Star Wars. I've got all the 3 3/4 stuff. I collect those, and then but the wife, for one Christmas, she got me. If you can see him right underneath the Superman head there, there's my
Yeah.
first 3 were the Star Wars pilot set on the pops, and that was like I said, we haven't looked back. She's always looking for me. She'll go to little stores here and there, or we'll hit the collection sites and things like that. So that's been it for me. I love pops. I love everything about pops. It's somebody asked me, they're like, why is it that? And I was like, because you get figures that you couldn't get when you were a kid. You had GI Joe Transformers, yeah, you had He-Man, but now I'm getting figures from Supernatural, or I'm getting obscure presidents and things like that. Those are the one that's what excites me. You know what I'm talking about? I have a George Washington action figure. So
I just got Sigourney Weaver's GameStop exclusive in the mech suit from Aliens. Just picked that one up.
Oh,
I think she's back there in the corner.
Yeah. So do you have a holy grail that you haven't got, and you've been?
Yeah, I have a couple of pieces that I've been working on that I need to complete. And luckily there's an opportunity. So I have a Marvel Legends Iron Man helmet with Stan Lee and Paul Bettany, and he signed Vision. Now I have an opportunity to get Robert Downey Jr. on that. So there's that one. And then I've got a Guardians of the Galaxy helmet with a bunch of people from the cast on it that I can now get Chris Pratt on. It's not going to be cheap, but I mean, I got to get it done.
It's Chris Pratt, though. Yeah, it's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Just tell him I love him when you see him. Just give him a big old hug and tell him I love him. He's my favorite. Yeah, I think I told you about one of my grails, and I'm still looking for the. I mean, I don't even need it boxed. I just want and I can find pieces here and there. I'm just looking for the USS Flag GI Joe aircraft carrier. That's one of mine, and I want. I'm still looking for a Castle Grayskull. That's 2 of my tops. The original Castle Grayskull. So those are 2 of mine that I'm always looking for. Guys, if you're watching, let us know what yours are. I'd like to. I'm trying to put together like the 80s most wanted video, or most wanted toys from the 80s. So the wife and I are working on that one, getting everybody's ideas what they want, and then I'm gonna kind of, like, I don't know, do like a top 10 or something. So, but you have anything from the 80s that you like, you miss, that you like, man, I wish I still
The
had that?
metal Transformers, man. Like I miss my
Oh
metal
yeah.
Transformers and the original Thundercats, man. Those
Oh
are, I
yeah.
mean,
Original Thundercat. I like I like the new ones that they've done. I think Funko has done those, but yeah, I
yep.
miss the original LJN.
So yeah.
Yeah. So who's some of the who's the most famous? I hate to say that because everybody's famous,
Uh,
but what's one of the funnest, most
the
famous people you've met?
funnest is it's a toss up between Mike Coulter, he played Luke Cage, and Jason Momoa. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody knows who Jason is. They're both.
Oh,
I mean,
Jason
they're
Momoa.
both
Yeah.
great. Mike, now we see him anywhere. I mean, we have conversations and everything. And then Jason's just, I mean, if he doesn't have his nipples out, you know, wearing some tank top thing, like, you know, getting all the women all bothered, you know, he's always smiling and happy. I gave him an Aquaman exclusive that I got from New York, and it's just, you know, it's a silver cover with him standing on there with the, and he'd never seen it, and he was extremely grateful, and like
Wow.
we talked and everything. It was right after Justice League dropped, so I mean, they're great.
Yeah. Him and Lisa can invite you over for dinner.
I wish, man.
Yeah. Mike, now, I saw him in an airport once, not too long ago, or obviously before pandemic, but he's in one of my new favorite shows, Evil. I don't know
Saw a
if you've
couple of
seen
episodes.
on, I love that. If you get a chance to catch it, it's fantastic. I love that show. But yeah, I saw him, uh, just got to say hi. We were kind of, I was like, hey, Luke Cage. And that was pretty much
He's
it. But,
gigantic. That dude is
hopefully,
gigantic.
yeah, he's tall
Yeah.
and muscular. But well, of course, everybody's tall and muscular to me. I'm 5 foot nothing and whatnot. But no, that's fun. I get. I'm kind of envious of the job that you get to do. I know it's a side job, but sometimes it feels like it's more of a
Yeah.
full time for you, doesn't it? At
Just
sometimes.
trying to keep up with everything. So I was watching your show yesterday with Angel, and you guys were breaking down the Spider-Man thing. And one thing the guy who was like mentoring me through this whole thing gets on to me for is I don't watch trailers. And he's like, how are you going to
Yeah.
know what you need and what people want if you don't watch the trailers? I just like the surprise of going to the movies, man. And
The surprise. Yeah.
so, but
I see
yeah,
both sides of it. I don't know if we're really giving away anything other than what we wish was just what we got from a
yeah,
2 minute
yeah.
trailer.
So
But yeah, it's fun. I understand, and it is, and I like the surprise too, because 99% of the time, if I break down a trailer, I'm wrong anyway. So you can definitely ask my wife. It's she's like, you're never right, and I was like, well, at least I sound good
But
when I'm
that's the
doing it.
beauty of
But no,
Marvel, man. They keep you guessing, and even when you think you know where they're going,
oh yeah,
man, they make that left on you, and you're just blown away.
yeah, you're just. I mean, most trailers nowadays are pretty straight up, but yeah, it's what they everything we could have seen was just a smoke screen to what's really coming. Which I appreciate that, but yeah, I mean, I love doing this, and I love getting to talk to you guys. And I
Yeah,
haven't seen
been
you
a minute,
in
brother.
20 years probably, or it's been a minute, but I am so glad and happy of what you're doing. I hope to get to come down to, like we were talking, and if you do another, or you get to set up another show where you're going to be running it, let me know and we'll come
Okay,
down, because I have no problem going to conventions at all. I might not have enough. I might not have enough money I want to
we'll
spend, but
get you in there.
no,
We'll get you in there. That's not a
I do.
that's too easy, man. So if
Yeah,
you the next big one we do will probably
but
be
I,
next May or June. Hopefully, if COVID bears, gets out of here, we'll
yeah.
have a big one. So
I just have one request for you in the meantime. I am looking for Critical Role, anything Critical Role. I don't know if you've heard of Critical Role. They do a live action Dungeons and Dragons game on Twitch. They've been around
oh,
about
okay,
5 years. They're a bunch of voice
yep,
actors, and they've got pops and things like that. But I am definitely anything that you can get from them. If you can find it, let me know. And if you get a chance, just give one of their shows a watch. They're fun. I mean, it's definitely. I remember you watching Tyshawn and I talk about Dungeons and
yeah.
Dragons at one time, and It's not. I mean, they're obviously in a show of their own. They're in their own world. You know, they're now a business just from running the games on Twitch. They're now an entire business on their own.
They've had a couple of
So
celebs on their show,
that
if I'm
just
not
took off
mistaken,
for
right?
them. Oh yeah, they've had. I'll never say his name right. Joe Death. You know, Joe Manganiello.
Okay.
Is that how you say? I'll
I know
never
you're
say
talking
his
about.
name right. They've had him. They've had Chris Hardwick from Talking Dead. They've had Vin
Wasn't
Diesel.
Henry Cavill on one?
So yeah, I know that they were doing something with Henry Cavill. They were talking. If they have, I haven't seen anything with Henry. I know Henry runs a lot of games himself, and that's why another reason he's one of my. Not only is he Superman now, and I hope he stays forever and ever and ever. That's another topic for another time. But you know, his Witcher, he's great in Witcher and things like that. But yeah, and so if you get a thing, Henry Cavill, if you can get any like pictures, they don't even have to be autographed. Just get me a good picture. It'd be great. I'm just throwing that out there. Oh look, guys, I might.
I'd have to dig for it, but I got one of him in The Witcher. He signed one for the Witcher. So.
Well, let me know after the show and everything. But I know we got to get going. I got to get going to a birthday party. All my kids are chomping at the bit. But I want to have you back where we can do a longer show, maybe where we can get into some in-depth stuff. I know your schedule's kind of busy, but let me know. We'll just do some more in-depth stuff on some cons or some of your collection and things like that. And then we'll definitely get to talk about some of that sideshow stuff that I'd like to see some more of that.
That's
so
my new crack,
let me know
man.
when
the
the good day
stuff
is for you.
Is amazing. Every time I see something, I end up buying it. So
yeah, I hear you. But let's set up another one. Just shoot me a message after the show. Let me know what your next available date is. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but I'd love to do some more in-depth stuff with you. And it's good to see you, brother.
Thank you for having me. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we'll see you around, and like I said, shoot me some messages and
all right, man. Take care.
All right, bud. You too. All right, guys, that was Vern. Got the in-depth, or not so much in-depth, but just kind of an overview of the conventions that he goes to, what he does on as apparently a side job, which is really cool. A side job I wish I had. So his name will be in the video after it's posted. So if you want to contact him about anything, feel free. I'm sure he doesn't mind. And just give him a shout if there's something that you're looking for. Mike, thanks for watching tonight. Appreciate you as always coming out. Guys, enjoy the weekend. Like I said, Monday we got a show with Tyshawn Smith. It's about stuff going on in Afghanistan. It's my first time delving into this. I'd like to try to keep it as politically nice as possible. Obviously we all have feelings about what's going on in Afghanistan, but I don't want to hear who you hate and who you dislike. But I just want to hear your feelings. So come check us out on Monday to see what's going on with that. But in the meantime, like I say every show, take care of yourself, love one another, and I'll see you next show.